So, hello everyone. Today I'm gonna show about how to calculate the present value, future value, present value annuity, future value annuity, and bond value, NPR, rate, ER, NPV, and IRR. So first of all, we can see that the present value of data, but here is no present value. So first of all, we need the calculate of the present value. Okay, so the basic formula of the present value is to equal PV. So PV, and we need the rate. Here the rate is 6%, and then we need the NPR, that means the year is 10, and then we need the PMT, that means the installment, so 1000, and then bracket close and enter. We can see that the present value of this sheet, Excel sheet, here the present value is 7360.09. Now calculate the present value of annuity. Here the present value of annuity is so equal PV, then bracket close, then rate. Okay, so rate divided by month. We need the month. Here the month is the 12, and then we need the year. Here the period, that means the period is 15 into month. Again we need the month, and then payment. Okay, so payment, then bracket close and enter. We can say that the present value of annuity is. Now we calculate the future value and future value annuity. This is the same process of the present value and the present value annuity. So let's start. So again, the formula of the future value equal PV, that means the future value, then rate, comma, NPR, that means the year, and then PMT, NPR, then the PMT is no, so 0, and the future present value, and bracket close and enter. We can see that the future value, and now the future value of annuity. This is the same process of the present value of annuity equal, if we double click rate, sorry rate divided by month, comma, period into month, comma, PMT, bracket close and enter. We can see that the future value of annuity. So this is this Excel sheet show that the present value and present value annuity, future value and future value annuity. So now we discuss the present value of the bond, how to calculate the bond value. So the formula of the bond value is equal PV. Okay, so PV, double click, and then we can see that the requirement return. Okay, so we click the requirement return, comma, and year, that means the year to the maturity is 10, comma, and rate into par value. Here the rate is the 15 per interest rate is the 15% into par value. Par value is 4000, comma, we again insert the par value, double click, bracket close and enter. We can see that the present value of the bond is $4,434.10. Okay, so now we say that how to calculate the NPR. Okay, so NPR, the formula of the NPR is equal NPR, sorry, again we click that the NPR equal NPR. Okay, double click NPR. We need the rate, PMT, PV, FV. Okay, so the rate is the we click the rate. Here the rate is the 9%, and then we need the PMT. Here the PMT is, and we click, and again we insert into the present value, bracket close and enter. We can see that the NPR is 1.83. Okay, so now we calculate the rate. How to calculate the rate? Here the basic formula of the rate is, this is the same process, equal rate RAT rate, then we need the NPR. Okay, so NPR, that means the year is 60% and comma, and we need the PMT, and we insert the present value and then future value. Okay, and bracket close and enter. We can see that the rate is the 5%. And next we calculate EAR. Okay, so EAR we calculate. So this is the different formula of other Excel sheet by the that means the NPR rate and present value and the bond value. Okay, so in ER calculate equal bracket, first bracket 1 plus 1 plus R, that means the rate, plus rate divided by month, bracket close, to the power shift to the power compounding period, that means the M minus 1, and enter. We can see that the year percentage is the 13%. So now we calculate the NPV, net present value. Net present value, which is represent which project is the best in the company. Here are the two projects, project A and project B. Okay, so first of all, the formula of NPV equal NPV equal NPV. We need the rate. Here the cost of the capital rate is 10%, comma, the value, cash value. Here the cash value is 14,000, bracket close, plus, and then we insert the initial investment. Okay, and enter. We can see that the NPV is $11,071.01 of project A, and now we find the project B NPV equal NPV, double click, cost of the capital rate is 10%, comma, and cash flow, bracket close, plus, and initial investment. Okay, and enter. We can see that the project B NPV is 10,924.40. Okay, so now we find the IRR, that means the initial rate of return. We already calculate by the NPV, but we again calculate by the NPV. This is the same process when we calculate by the NPV. NPV, double click, rate is the 10%, comma, cash flow, bracket close, plus, and thus the and then initial investment, and enter. Again the project B of NPV equal NPV, double click, first bracket, rate is the 10%, comma, cash flow, bracket close, plus an initial investment, and then enter. Okay, so now we calculate the IRR, that means the initial rate of return. So first of all, equal IRR, double click, and then the value. Okay, so value, and then bracket close and enter. Okay, so we can see that the 19.86% is the IRR of the project A. Again, we calculate the IRR of the project B, equal IRR, double click, the cash flow, and bracket close and enter. So 22% is the project B. Now we calculate the MIRR. Okay, so equal, the formula of MIRR equal MIRR, double click, and the value, comma, and the we need the finance rate is 12%, and secondly we need the reinvestment rate, and bracket close and enter. We can see, we can find that the MIRR is 17%, and again, of the project B, this is the same process of the by the project A, equal MIRR, double click, then the value and comma, and we need the finance rate is the 12%, comma, and reinvestment rate, bracket close and enter. Okay, so we find the MIRR rate is the 17% of the project B. So that's all for me. Thank you everybody.